gonna be a little weird passing the mic back and forth, but yeah.
Back every time.
But I noticed that there's 2 people from NA here and 2 people from EU here. Now, are you guys like sitting together on purpose? Is there some kind of rivalry we have here? Because I know Managrind has 2 teams, the NA team and the EU team. Can you explain to me a bit about how that works?
There's definitely no rivalry or any purpose to the ordering in which we're sitting. But the purpose is just to have a equal representation and sort of show off both sides of the team. There is basically both a full NA team and a pretty full EU team as well. So, but fielding it here is just equal representation.
You guys can.
We're all going to answer the same question.
Yeah. Well, maybe someone from EU.
It's called attraction.
What?
No, I think it's like Realz said. It's no rivalry at all. It's just they wanted representation. Yeah, from both from both continents. So I think that's it, actually.
So on a normal day, how much does the NA team communicate with the EU team? Is there any communication at all, or is it almost completely like 2 separate teams? And I'm going to throw it to Chakki.
So we actually all get on like the same TeamSpeak channel. So we pretty much communicate between teams every day.
We have a Skype group as well that we always are communicating with in between both teams, that everyone's in there at the same time as well to share ideas or thoughts and stuff like that.
So at the event, I assume this is the first time you've all met each other. What's the team dynamic like? Is there like a designated leader who's kind of shelling out all the orders, or do you guys all contribute the same things or similar things, or just how does that work out?
We're kind of all like just doing whatever for now. We haven't decided on a team leader together, and just trying to have fun for that.
So you guys know that you guys have to pick a team captain, right? So right now, I want you guys to pick a team captain on the spot. Forsen, here.
I think that either Darkwyoynx or Realz should be the team captain. I don't really want to, and I don't think Chakki wants to either. So I think it's one of those, and I don't want to like decide by myself. So I think that he should have a say in this. You too. Maybe Darkwyoynx.
Yeah, I'd consider myself or Realz as well for candidates.
Okay, it's time. Pick. Pick.
Oh, what if I wanted to be team captain? What if I wanted to be?
Pick.
Wait. Whoever gets it, if you pick it, you're a team captain?
What am I supposed to pick?
The one that has something in it. All right, Darkwyoynx is team captain.
All right, you heard it here first. Darkwyoynx, new official team captain of Managrind. This is gonna come back someday, you know.
I'll make myself be the captain.
All right, so next, I have to ask you. I have to ask you a little about Team Doge House. How much do you know about their players, and can you say like one thing each about their players, like between the 4 of you? So you say something about like Nimsh or Max, for instance.
Nimsh is lucky.
Everybody hates ECOP. I don't personally, but
Max, I'm coming for you.
So he's just good at drinking beer, for sure.
Max Nix, Papoge.
Wait. We left out a very obvious comment. You still cannot execute your own minions.
Who are you saying that to?
No one in particular.
Okay, the Hearthstone community. That's a very nice PSA you've given out. I'm pretty sure that'll be useful in the future, or maybe in the past if you could build a time machine, right?
Right.
All right. So now that you've met each other for like a day, right? Can you say one nice thing about each other? So you have to say one nice thing about the 3 players or your 3 teammates? Yeah, all three. I don't have something for all 3, right?
3 nice things total.
And they can't be like super generic. Like he's a nice guy. Like he's very friendly. All right. Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot.
This is impossible.
Nothing nice to say.
We're all terrible people.
Like, you're the worst, you're the second worst, you're the third worst. I don't know. If it can't be generic, I don't know.
So basically, okay. Does anyone want to attempt this? So you guys don't know each other at all. I'm gonna ask you guys like at the end of the weekend, and you guys better prepare and have something. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna ask you a little bit about your backgrounds now. A lot of people, they either come from an esports background, such as a lot of people are familiar with StarCraft 2, such as Artosis and me, we're both from the StarCraft 2 community. But there's also a lot of players who come from a TCG background, such as Max and Nimsh are from WoW TCG, or a lot of people are from Magic the Gathering. So I want to go down the row, and I want to find out where each of you is from in gaming sense, pretty much.
The 2 games that I've played the most, and being a competitive person, I've played competitive elements in those games, are World of Warcraft and Magic the Gathering. So Hearthstone is pretty much right in between the 2. So
Before Hearthstone, I played the Pokemon TCG and League of Legends. So
Before Hearthstone, I played not like in pro area, but Magic the Gathering for 8 years, and I also played Heroes of New Earth and Dota 2 competitively.
So I mainly come from a StarCraft 2 background, but I played a lot of games like World of Warcraft and Dota and stuff like that as well. So I'm a pretty all-around gamer, except for FPS games.
Now, would it be fair to say that the 2 players from EU are more familiar with esports, and the 2 players from NA are more familiar with TCGs, I guess?
I think I'm pretty equally familiar with both. I still follow, like Magic, competitive, pro level and stuff like that, see what's going on. But like I have also followed esports, really significantly and participated in as well. So.
And Chakki as well?
I think I watch more League of Legends than these 3, and then I follow some card games still a little bit. But
you don't have to pass it down. Well, would it be fair to say that this is your first esports event, the 2 of you?
No, definitely not. This is like for me, this is maybe like
Or the first one that you've attended as a player?
No, maybe like I don't even know, maybe like the 20th or something like that.
Okay.
Like esports event that I've traveled to play in.
Then.
Yeah.
this is my first.
All right, so as your first esports event, Chakki, what is your experience? Is this pretty much what you were expecting, or is it something much more, or is it much less than you expected, and you're really disappointed with this whole experience, basically?
It's been a great experience so far, and if anything, I think it was even better than I expected.
And now for my next question, I would please ask Nimsh to leave the room. Yeah, get out of here.
You cannot ask this question.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not gonna cut this one, don't worry.
Yeah. So now we can.
Definitely really annoying.
Yeah. So now we can talk about secrets. Like, hey, what do you guys really think about?
I'm just gonna trash talk now.
Yeah. What do you say? Like one bad thing about Nimsh, right?
There's nothing bad to say.
There's nothing bad to say.
There's nothing bad to say. He's a
All
good
right.
player and a good guy.
He doesn't
Nice.
drink.
That's arguable.
What?
He plays Murloc.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
he doesn't drink. Yeah, he doesn't. I was very disappointed the last 2 times.
Yeah. He said he's been doing it before Crypt. So he's an orange juice hipster.
All right. So this interview was before the games were played. So I have to ask you, what secrets do you have planned, or what kind of what things do you have that might not be expected by the other team?
I'm so hesitant to say.
Just
There's-
even generic, even.
For example, I think that having most of what they've seen of us as a team, a lot of it came from what I've played. and they think that that might either be repeated or influence some of us. And they have seen me play a lot of handlock, and we're not going to be playing any of that at all. That's one thing. I think that might throw them off a little bit. Not a ton, but if they prepare for it specifically, then the decks that they prepare for it specifically will not do what they want them to do. There's also a couple of, I'm not sure if they could know, but there's a couple of things that we might end up playing that they might not be ready for. I don't know. Does anyone else want to answer that question?
I mean, I'm probably going to Leroy a bunch. I don't know if that's a secret or not, but
I'm not going to Leroy a bunch. It's not a secret neither.
But they know that.
Yeah, well, I have a couple really crazy decks, like unorthodox decks that I think would throw them off, actually. But I have some standard as well, so I actually tuned down a bit of my crazy alchemist within me for this tournament. So, yeah.
Just a little.
All right, so in terms of deck building, did you guys all pretty much come here with decks in mind of what you wanted to use? Or was there a lot of like intermingling and you guys really helped each other with each other's decks during the tournament?
I got a lot of help from both the other players right here and from other players of Managrind. And I know that that's also true for a couple of these guys as well. Either, picking up some help from among others here or from other members of Managrind.
yeah, pretty much what he said. Like 2 of my decks are kind of stuff I made, and then 3 of them are honestly just creations of other Managrind members. But I think we had most of our decks in mind when we came here. We didn't really do any last-minute stuff.
Kind of took the most Managrind decks, or my own decks, and did a little dark snitch to them, or like clean sheet to them. So they're a bit special, but kind of normal still.
Yeah, so I had a first draft in mind when I came here about which classes and decks I was going to play. But after coming here, I've certainly swapped out a few classes and decks for other ones that my teammates helped me with. So I certainly gotten a lot of help, actually, from this tournament.
All right, cool. That's all I wanted to ask. I'm going to pass the mic down the row, and you guys should give any shout-outs, any sponsor plugs, or just any final comments that you might want to make to the Liquid Hearth community.
Definitely, what's up, Liquid Hearth? Monk doing this stuff for us. I think that's cool. He puts a lot of content and a lot of his time into the site, so keep checking it out because it'll keep coming. Other than that, just shout out to the other members of Managrind who aren't here, and shout out to Easy Mod as well, who, Easy Mom, as we like to call him, because he always, wants to pester us and make sure that we're being, good little boys. So.
Yeah, shout out to all of Managrind again, and especially Easy Mod, who is a cheater at Robot Unicorn Attack.
Team captain.
Definitely. Easy Mod stop cheating, really, like Dragon level, for sure. But shout out to all the Managrind members, shout out to my family, and shout out to my friends and fans. And also, you can come forth here. Come forth. Get in. Also one of the Managrind members, Darkwyoynx, say hi.
Hello. I'm not sure what to say. Hi to all my fans. Hi, Easy Mod. Yeah, I'm passing it on now.
Okay, so yeah, shoutouts to Managrind for sure, and also shoutouts to my Swedish StarCraft 2 pros watching, most likely. Fighting.
Fighting.